Hello and happy Tuesday. I am coming to you from my mildly disheveled Monday day. No, it's evening. So, hello, and happy Tuesday. I'm happy to be talking to you guys yet again for another solo episode. But today, what I want to discuss with all of you is managing stress. A lot of my episodes, I will admit, are brought about stuff that I struggle in. It could be at the moment, could be anything right now. Things feel very stressful. But, as I was going through my stressful periods, I was going over exactly how I manage stress and manage situations where my attention is going in 30 different directions. So it's going left, it's going right, it's going to this person, it's going to that person, it's going to this person, and I flip back to that person. We've all had times in our lives where we've had very intentionally distracting situations happen to us, where we feel very stressed, we feel very overwhelmed. And there's a great way to manage these types of situations. A lot of you guys aren't going to like this answer, but I'm going to tell you anyways. Take one step at a time. Take one step at a time. Take one thing at a time. Oftentimes we feel stressed because we are thinking about all the shit that we need to do instead of slowly chipping away at the day. And of course, it's one of those things easier said than done. But in a way, you have to be able to cut these little things up into different pieces. Compartmentalize, so to speak. So, cutting it up in a way that's bite-sized to you. Bite size is different for every single person, okay? Bite size for one person could be a chunk for another person, or too much to bite off, right? But managing a stressful situation where you feel like you are needed in 30 different places, but you can only be in one. We feel stressed. We feel oftentimes in these situations, we feel underappreciated. We feel like there's not enough hours in the day. We blink and then all of a sudden it's the end of the day and we feel like we didn't really get anything done because maybe we were stressing about everything that we needed to do, so therefore we didn't clear everything off of our checklist. And that happens. Sometimes you're not going to get everything that you want to get done in a day. And it all comes back to what I've said in earlier episodes, where you just need to be easier on yourself. Take it easy on yourself. You don't need to beat yourself into these situations where you punish yourself. You're basically punishing yourself, like, bad, baby, bad. You don't need to do that. It's not fair to you. It's not fair to all the hard work that you put in throughout the day. Give yourself grace on these things. And I know that we are oftentimes harsher on ourselves than other people are. We expect more of ourselves than other people do. And this could come from a place within yourself, and this is often with overthinkers, right? Where you expect a lot out of people, so you think that they in turn will expect a lot out of you. And that's not always the case. I can tell you that right now. That's not always the case. Sometimes it is, but honestly, if you get it done, you get it done. If you don't, you don't. They can go fuck themselves. You tried your best. And that is a very, very intentional thought process. Being easy on yourself is going to help you complete more in the long run than you being hard on yourself. You might think that if you put push yourself and beat up on yourself and not give yourself any rest that you're performing better, oftentimes you're performing worse. And again, that the shoe might not fit for every person. Some people are like, no, I need to beat the shit out of myself to get anything done. It's like, all right, well, then that's your pig, your farm. But for those of you that feel like you don't need that extra kind of like, give yourself the tools that you need to succeed. If you need to step back from something, step back from something. Give yourself some time to process what it is you want to complete for the day, what it is you want to accomplish for the day. When you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of others, and you sure as shit won't be able to take care of anything that you need to complete. Think about yourself first. Think about the health of yourself first before you get into this mind frame of, well, shit, I need to complete A through Z before lunch, and if I don't, then I'm a piece of shit. It's like, no. Stop yourself there. This is when you go in to yourself and you prioritize. Make a list of all the things that are a priority, right? And start with the self-priority things first. Feeding yourself, right? You want to make sure you're well fed. If you feel like you perform better when you have makeup on, you did your hair, whatever, do that first. Self-care. Self-care before everything. Complete those self-care tips first. Okay? Simple things. Wash your face, brush your teeth. Wash your face, brush your teeth. Feed yourself. Then carry on. What's important, right? What's a list of important things? Today I will give you an example. I had to drop my father off at work. That's a time-sensitive thing, right? Dropped him off at work. He said, oh, shit, I forgot my lunch. I was like, don't worry, I'll bring it to you. I have the car. He's like, okay, cool. Then my sister calls me. She's like, hey, I need you to pick up some stuff. I have a client coming. I need to get all this shit out of here. And I'm just like, okay, bet. So dad first. Then my sister second, because that was, I knew what time my dad's lunch was. So it's just like my dad's lunch is at this time. My sister has a client at this time. This is making a list of prioritizations. If you need to make these lists, like write them out physically, write them out physically. Make it make sense for your schedule. Make it make sense for what it is you need to complete. And then go from there. And work down your list. The last thing that I needed to do today was I needed to go to the framing shop to sign all my pieces before they get framed. Right? That could have been done any day of the week. If I wanted my pieces to be framed quicker, then I would have, you know what I mean? Use your brain. So make a list of the things that are time sensitive versus the things that are non-time sensitive after you take care of all your self-care things. Feeding yourself, taking care of your personal hygiene when you get up in the morning. If you feel like making your bed is a priority because that's an ultimate form of self-care for you, make sure you get that done, right? And then you move down your list. You move down your list of things that you need to do. The way we manage stress, the way every person manages stress is different, okay? I want to say that. I should have said that in the beginning, but better late than never. The way that everybody manages stress is different. Some people feel like they need to power through the day, and then at the end of the day, then they can feed themselves. Some people feel, like myself, it's like, okay, I need to take care of all the self-care stuff that I have going on before I go ahead and I do X, Y, Z, right? Other people are just like, you know what? I feel like I can do only one thing today, and then that's it. That's all I got. And that's fine too. Maybe that one thing will take the whole day. Managing stress, simplifying it, I will simplify it for you, is keeping yourself in mind when you're doing all these things. Monitoring your mind state as you're going through your day, right? You get through some stuff and you feel really stressed. Step back. Step back. Look at the time. Look at the list of things that you need to do if you need to do that. But remember that at any time you can step back and take a breather, all right? Time my friends, again, and I say this in every fucking episode, time is a non-refundable currency. We choose how we spend it. You can choose spending that time being emotionally distressed. You can spend that time being relaxed. You can spend that time being productive. You can spend that time, upping yourself, upping your game, right? You can spend time in an infinite amount of ways. You can spend time doing absolutely nothing. But nonetheless, you're spending time and you can't get that time back. So when you're spending time ruffling your feathers all day, jumbling up, putting your brain in a blender and turning it on, it's just like, okay, you're stressing yourself out. You're making it harder to complete the task that you initially need to complete because you're stressing yourself, you're overwhelming yourself. And then now you're here. So before you get to that state of overwhelm, perform checks on yourself. Perform little mini checks on your mental state and your stress level. Like, okay, here, this is where I'm at. How am I feeling right now? Do I feel like I need to eat? Do I feel like I need to go to the bathroom? Do I feel like I need to blah, 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 blah? Step back and take little mental check-ins with yourself. How am I feeling right now? Do I feel like I haven't gotten up and walked around today yet? Have I not gotten up out of my chair? Have I not peed? Oh my God, I've needed to pee for like the last like fucking 12 hours. Take little mental breaks to check in with yourself. That's going to help with stress levels. All right? If you need to step back and stretch, if you need to go out and get a walk or get a workout in or do whatever you need to do to manage to go to your, if you're in an office environment, get up and go to your office break room, get some tea, get some water, step back, check in with yourself. Because you know what? Nothing is worth the cost of your mental health. Nothing is worth that time that you can't get back. So spend that time respectfully. Spend that time respecting yourself, respecting your mental health, respecting your time, respecting how you want the day to go. And then, you get everything done really calmly. Get your stuff that you need to get done with calm and peace in your mind. I cannot stress that enough. Because it's going to get done when it gets done. And some people don't like that. Some people are like, no, I have a deadline. It's going to get done when it gets done. If it's important, you will find a way to get it done. But not without checking in on your mental state. Now, I'm not saying that it's a bad idea to put some stress on your brain every once in a while to meet a deadline. I do that consistently. But remember, and don't forget, that you need to step back. You need to step back and evaluate how you're feeling. Evaluate what mind frame you're in. Evaluate how you're feeling, and then go from there. Don't stress yourself out to the point where you're in burnout mode, where it's just like, now I can't do anything for 3 weeks because I just stressed myself out for an entire 42 hours. Because some people are like that. They stress themselves out so much that they feel like they can't even complete the next couple of weeks. So don't do that to yourself. Give yourself some grace. Give yourself some peace. Give yourself the opportunity to relax and recoup and re-energize yourself. Yes, put in the work. Get what you need to get done, but not at the expense of your mental health. There's always time to take a mental health check. There's always time. It takes 2 seconds. There's always time to take that mental break. It's for you. It is okay to be selfish when you're caring about your mental health, your mental state, all that stuff. It is very much worth it. It's very much worth it. I've had to flake. I feel bad because I had to flake on a few friends for plans, but because I was completely exhausted. My mental gasoline level was at like 0. It was E. I was running on fumes, all right? I needed to call in a tow truck to bring me home. Like, I was like a little train that was trying to chugga. It wasn't chugging. So I felt bad, but it's just like at the end of the day, I know my friends will understand. They're going to be bummed that I'm not attending certain things, but it's like they're going to understand. Just like, listen, I am sorry that I'm flaking, but I got a lot on my plate. I'm really stressed out. Just being honest with people. I'm really stressed out right now. I don't, I really can't make it out right now. I'm stressed. And there it goes, that's another avenue of stress management. Being honest about the fact that you just not in the mental headspace to go out right now. I appreciate the invitation. I really miss you. I would love to hang out with you, but right now I'm just, dude, I am not there. And I need to rest. I need to stare at my ceiling in silence. I need to look at memes for maybe a couple of hours. Just give me some time to fill up my gas tank so that I can be prepared for, whatever else I need to do. And a lot of the time, good friends and good family will respect that and appreciate that honesty. Don't lie and say, oh, I'm busy. Oh, I forgot. Oh, I'm sick. No, be honest. Just say, yo, mental health check. I gotta sit this one out. Your girl, she's on E. I have fumes running out. I'm dying. Not like literally, but you know what I mean. You get, you're picking up what I'm putting down. All right. But I'm going to leave you guys with that today. If you have any helpful stress management tools that you use, feel free to send them to me on social media. If you're watching this on YouTube, drop it down in the comments, or message my Unknown Podcast Instagram page. I'm always checking that shit and I'm always posting because I love it. So please feel free. Let me know what you do to cope during stressful times in your life when it comes to overwhelming yourself or social obligations. I would love to hear what you guys got. And you know what? I think a lot of other people would too. But that's typically what I do. Anyways, I love you guys. I hope you guys have a great week. Keep the stress levels low. Those of us that are, actually all over the world, we're experiencing very strange, terrible weather. So, take care of yourself. Consistently bring in that mental health check. Feed yourself. Shower. Sleep in clean sheets. Do all that shit that you need to do that makes you feel good. And then, go from there. But other than that, that's all I got. That's all I got for today. All right, guys. Love you. Bye.